welcome all our viewers on Araz News English, where we share latest news of South Azerbaijan community. South Azerbaijani Turkish book stand was attacked by Persian fascists in a book fair in Tehran. According to the local news agency of South Azerbaijan Yol Press, the book stand opened by Azerbaijani publication was attacked by 30 Persian chauvinists. According to the witnesses, these people tried to attack entire Azerbaijani emblem written on the stand. Nurullah Sharif said about the subject, "We were attacked by the same people 3 times in one day. They were removed by the security officers of the fair twice. But those people showed disrespect by cursing Turks and destroying Turkish book stand." This group, which has a fascist and racist mind, shouted out in front of the stand slogan, "You are Azerbaijani, you are not Turk," making fun of 40 million Turkic people living in Iran. Workers of steel factory in Gazvin city, South Azerbaijan, did not receive their salaries. As an objection to this, they set up a tent in front of the factory for the protest. Steel factory workers of South Azerbaijan have protested in front of the factory gate because they have not received their salaries for months. Workers have reportedly objected to the relevant institutions for months to get their rights, but didn't receive any answer. Therefore, they decided to set up a tent in front of the factory main gate. It has to be emphasized that week before that, the director of the factory tied up protesters to the gate and prevented the workers from entering the factory. Furthermore, he posted a new employee declaration. According to the workers, they have not received insurance deposits for about 1 year. They said they would sit in front of the factory until they get whatever is there by right. Due to the draw of the Urmia Lake in South Azerbaijan, unknown skin disease have occurred among children. Because of the draw of the Lake Urmia, located in the city of Urmia, South Azerbaijan, millions of people living in the region are in danger. In recent days, skin disease, especially among children, occur, proving that the people's health is at serious risk. According to doctors and specialists, it happened because of the contamination of salt and microbes from the beds of Urmia Lake. It should be emphasized that due to environmental disaster, millions of Azerbaijani Turks living in southern Azerbaijan will have to leave their homeland, and those who do not leave will be left alone with the respiratory and skin diseases, cancer, and other deadly illnesses. The Iranian authorities responsible for the erosion of the Urmia Lake put at risk millions of lives with their wrong politics, and the Azerbaijani Turkish nation will never forget it. In the city of Tabriz, South Azerbaijan, the resistance house belonging to Meshrite period is condemned to destruction. The house of Barhan, the famous commander of Mashrut period, and the building known as Resistance House is in danger. This house has many values in terms of history and culture, but now it is about to collapse due to policies that the Iranian regime imposed against the South Azerbaijani Turks. According to Araz News Agency, on photos of the Resistance House, it is seen that many parts of the house are worn or collapsed due to rain and other natural disaster. It has to be stressed that in recent years, a lot of news about destruction of archaeological and historical buildings in South Azerbaijan has been published. The Iranian regime have not taken any measures at all. On the contrary, they are trying to destroy much more of Turkish history. Karakaya Nomadic Festival took place in Keleyber district of South Azerbaijan. According to the IRNA news agency, on Friday, May 4th, in the touristic area called Harna, in the Keleyber region of South Azerbaijan, the Karakaya Nomadic Festival took place. At this festival, 6 horse races for men and for women in an area of 900 meters square were established. Apart from the horse racing, other competition took place. Some of them are rope pulling, arrow throwing, traditional wrestling, and athletics. The practice of this festival coincides with migration, and every year in the spring season, with the participation of women and men, this festival is celebrated. This year is 25th Karakaya Festival. It is necessary to emphasize the high participation of women. The Keleyber region is considered one of the most beautiful cities of southern Azerbaijan and is located 180 kilometers north to Tabriz city and close to the border of northern Azerbaijan Republic. 3 female students in Sulduz city of South Azerbaijan attempted to commit suicide. On Sunday, May 6, 3 school students decided to commit suicide together. One of the young ladies who used brass tablets died. One was in intensive care. The other one changed her mind. According to the local reports, the girls had completely female characteristics in psychological terms, and they were inclined towards homosexuality in terms of emotion alone. At this point, the discrimination of women and men and the oppression of religion, which the Iranian regime has applied for years, comes into play. According to sociologists, in a society when the government dominates and where religion prevails, inevitably the norms change and women and men turn towards their own kind. We are witnessing the suicide of many young people because of socio-psychological disorder, since all kinds of male and female relationships are restricted and forbidden. It is important to emphasize that announcing homosexuality in Iran results execution. Iran is shrinking with the rights around the Islamic Republic. US President Donald Trump officially announced the withdrawal from the nuclear deal with Iran. The content of the decision followed by the whole world was harder than expected. Trump announced that all existing embargoes and sanctions will come back and even new ones will be added. Europe is opposed to this decision for now because Europe's economy is affected negatively. But according to experts, Europe's opposition does not make much use of Iran. Because of the US forces, European companies and capital holders have to choose between Iran and the United States, who punishes companies that have established business relationship with Iran. In practice, it is not possible for any European company to prefer Iran to the United States. On the other hand, the Gulf states have appreciated Israel's decision on the United States. The United Arab Emirates and Bahrain have already begun sanctions. Israel, on the other hand, left the indirect battle with Iran in Syria and started fighting directly. The Israeli army has hit a large number of facilities and deployment points in Iran and Syria, and dozen members of the Iranian Revolutionary Guard have lost their lives. Israel has publicly declared that it will not allow a new Hezbollah to be established in Syria. While the Iranian situation outside is shrinking gradually, the situation inside is also not in the control of the regime. The economic crisis is deepening day by day, and the bankruptcy has entered to the door. It is no longer just regime opponents, but even the regime supporters are repeating the warnings that the economic and social collapse is too close. There are almost no foreign exchange in the market, especially in dollars. The state has confiscated the foreign exchange management and says that it will make a low-price market, but in practice, it cannot do such a thing. In the black stock market, the American dollar is bought and sold secretly for almost twice of the price determined by the state. Almost everything except basic living materials in the country has stopped trading. A significant part of the private sector has gone bankrupt, and the rest is on the verge of bankruptcy. It is hard to imagine what will happen to the economy of the country when the embargo of the US and Arab countries will come to effect. It is clear, though, that the hard days await the Iran and its people. It was all news for this week. See you next Saturday on Araz News English.